Good morning, church. Welcome to John chapter 11, where we can see the seventh and the final sign that John records. And then I guess the final sign is actually going to be the crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus to point to who he is. But in this first half of the book, where we've been being introduced to the person and work of Christ and seeing these guideposts along the way, this final sign that Jesus can conquer death is just the ultimate reality of the power of the Lord our God, and should cause us just to say, wow, who is this man? This is an amazing work. And we'll see the very terrible response that the Jewish leaders have to what has been done here. But our devotional today, I want to focus on verse 4. When Jesus heard it, he said, "This sickness will not end in death, but is for the glory of God, so that the Son of Man may be glorified through it." Now, Jesus loved Martha, her sister, and Lazarus. So, when he heard that he was sick, he stayed 2 more days in the place where he was. Then after that, he said to the disciples, "Let's go to Judea again." And this is a really remarkable situation here, that they're told that Jesus loves them. He delays 2 days, and this sickness is going to end in God being glorified. And we wonder, how is it possible that God would be glorified through this sickness? And why does Lazarus have to go through that? And why does he have to die as a result of this? There's a lot of background questions that this kind of story should develop in us. But we see that it all points to the glory of God, that God will act and that he will do something remarkable. This takes us right back to the story of the blind man in John chapter 9, that this blindness was done so that God could be glorified. There are times that God is going to work through our lives, through the challenges in our lives, and even the tragedies in our lives, to bring about his purposes and the result that he desires. The challenge that we have is, am I willing to submit my life to God? Am I willing to lay it at his feet and say, whatever comes? I don't consider the present suffering to be anything worth or even comparable to the eternal weight of glory that will be coming. Can we really say that? And do we believe that? And so, church, I'm just encouraging you today. Trust God. Lay your sufferings at his feet and allow him to be glorified through whatever is happening in your life. I love you, church, and we'll talk to you soon again.